I do need a new microphone. This one is fine, but I need one that cuts out controller and keyboard and mouse noises. And it's actually, because I've got this on full volume.
Stories don't have tidy beginnings. The past is always present.
There's a big subtitles. Yeah, I've got this on full volume in OBS and on like system
But there has
controls.
to be a spark.
And it's still quiet.
Something that brings the past to light.
I don't know why I'm still yelling, I'm sorry. Please kind of carefully. I thought you were voice acted. If this isn't voice acted, okay. How do I want to play this? You do have limited time. You worry too much. I thought this was voice acted. I mean... What am I gonna do? Fall? I thought this was voice acted. Take a moment to rest before you walk, mistress, please. Oh, that's weird. Why is it doing that? Why is this how I'm walking? A bricked up opening. There is something here. To keep people out, do you think? Or to keep something in? Something written here. Ancient script. This must have been cut in when the water was still wet, but I think I can read it. I don't know how to do that candle. Oh, that's what it means. That's cool. I honestly thought this was voice acted. Did I misremember that? I mean, it's entirely possible. University of Iowa, some weeks earlier.
My story begins on Iox. That was where I met the robot.
Can you not read all the other dialogue too? Mistress Alia? I think it's a cutscene. Mistress Alia Alazra. I have been waiting for you. I have been asked to escort you to Professor Miari. She is very anxious for your arrival. I want to go back in Iox. Who are you? I'm in trouble. And who are you? Iox University is like Apple Brand Oxford. Okay, I missed that. What? Do you have a name, robot? Is that intended to be a joke, mistress? No? I think I'm just going to go all the X options. Robots do not have names. We are, as I understand it, interchangeable. I've known a few robots. They're all a little different. How kind of you to say so, mistress. So why has she sent you? Did you do something wrong? That seems unlikely. My ethical core protects me from serious error. Let's call them Siri. This way, you should know that the professor's urgency was remarkable. Look at her. She looks like a tiger in a cage. A most curious analogy, mistress. You understand, I will be required to report it. Required to? Of course. Professor Miari is my primary user, mistress. Nevertheless, I'll try to sugarcoat your opinion. You do that for me? Of course. I have been tasked with your well-being. Shall we proceed? The tree of knowledge just question everything. Why is Miara's room so far from everything? I imagine she enjoys her view of the tree, mistress. I am sure it is most pleasing to her. Enjoy your alert, Candle. Thank you for being here. Okay, we have to do this. The Tree of Knowledge, or so they call it. Each branch grows more branches. Except for the ones that die, fall off, and are forgotten, which is where we come in, I suppose. I went outside the university grounds once, exploring. It was very beautiful moon. You can tell it was once lush, fertile. Must have been huge forests, lakes, rivers, and all but dry now. Yeah, enjoy the F1 Candle, of course, that's happening tonight. I knew that. I suppose they cut down all the trees to make chairs or ships. I didn't really. Could I move
I was
that as far as
15 when my Ari rescued me from the slums of Elbereth and brought me here. I'd never seen such luxury or such kindness. I still don't know why she did it.
Professor Miari? Alia, there you are. Come in. I came as soon as I got your message. You don't need to flatter me, Alia. Nonetheless, I'm glad you came. I know your work is important to you. My work is important to everyone, Professor. Well, today it's important to me. You're an expert on history. Tell me what you make of this. It's a brooch. Yes, Alia. But I didn't summon you halfway across the nebula to tell me that. So why did you summon me? One of the scholars sent this brooch to me. Janiki Remba, do you know him? Maybe. I'm not sure. Look at the detail. I see them. Ancient markings. I know they're a hobby of yours, Alia. But can you read them? First puzzle? Eagle wing brooch. No. I've never seen either of these groupings before, but the two words have some common elements. So they must have related meanings. Well. Ooh. I like how we get to pick, almost. I'm trying to go this way. Yeah. Like that. Oops. Oops, 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 oops. Nope. There. I'm happy with that. Holy Beloved? But I'm only guessing. I don't know if that helps at all. Remba wasn't the kind to send me trinkets. There's some significance to this brooch, but I don't know what. Yanniku told me he'd found something. That was over a month ago. Yaniki isn't like you. He's an Ioxian through and through. You mean he's soft? I mean he's reliable. Something persuaded him to go to Mercy, of all places. I can't go hunting the nebula for missing people earlier, but you can. And what do I get in return? Alia, Yaniki was my friend. Do you have any friends? Do you understand what the word means? Fine, I'll take a look. No promises. Come back when you found him, Alia. And Alia, you're taking that robot with you. Thank you, Professor. I long to see the nebula. Fun. Oh, and before you go, you should look in on Huang. He was eager to see you. Eager? Why? Alia, really? I couldn't possibly imagine. I know he's rather beneath you, but you could at least say good faith to him. for the benefit of our little community. I don't owe anyone a greeting. Indeed. Nevertheless, he's down there, by the tree. You must have walked straight past him on your way in. Good hunting, my dear. Dang, let's go see this dude. Can I just say, Mistress Alia, it is wonderful to be accompanying you. I hate robots. They're always giving me robots. I lose them like I lose pencils. And I'm calling you 6. Close to Siri. 6, mistress? I shall remember that. He's the 6th. You know, I don't think I got the translation on this brooch quite right. The shape indicates it's an empire piece, so I'd expect the inscription to reflect that. Okay. Okay. Let's look at this one again. So, friend, no. So it wants to go with emperor. Holy Emperor, then? I think that's at least closer to it. Alia, tell me, are you still wasting your time on your curious notions of history? Miari wants me to find Yaniki Remba. You haven't lured him into archaeology as well, have you? He was always so devout. I haven't done anything. Well, that's true enough. You should devote yourself to a real science. Metallics, maybe. Loop philosophy. Not now, curator. I'm busy. Ha! Working for the good of our community, I trust. Good faith to you, Alia. May the waters light your way. Now, she seems kind of a snarky bitch. I really hate her. Understandable, mistress. So where did they find you, 6? I like how he came over and then I started talking and he's like, okay, never mind. Most robots on Iox. I was chipped carefully free from concrete walls on the lower levels. I'm sorry, I missed that. What do you think of the sculpture? It has a pleasing balance to it. I hate it. She seems to hate a lot of things. I've dug broken bedpans from the dirt that are more attractive. Yes, mistress. You were buried down there? Indeed. I understand it to be not uncommon to find robots that way. We occur, I am told, like potatoes. Someone put you there? Most likely. I do not know. I cannot remember. Okay, cool. Where's that guy I was going to talk to? Down by the tree. Ah! Alia! I didn't know you were back on Iox. How are you, Huang? Well enough, well enough. I've been reading all day. I just came outside to rest my eyes, and there you were. And now I have to go. Good faith to you, Huang. Before you depart, I found a line of ancient in the annals of Mazwai I thought you might like. If you have time, that is. Not today. We're going X. All the way, of course. Good faith to you. Shall we proceed to your ship now? Let's get out of here. And so we left the hallowed walls of the university. Cool. Oh, that's pretty neat. Ooh, it's all over the place. I like it. Ooh, it goes quite far back. Let's go all the way back. And that's it. The ancient time. 6 is buried on Iox. The Holy Empire. The Chronicles of Mazwai written. Tree planted on Iox. University of Iox established. It's 20 years ago. 30 days. That's really cool. Remember Sons of Birch. Remember the Spears. It's all down to minutes. Mayari seems to trust me, that's good. That's good. This game is really cool so far. I love the idea of it. And I do like playing an archaeologist. I feel that's pretty neat. This is unrelated, but is it Sunday today? Aboard the Nightingale. My ship is my refuge. It's the only place that's truly mine. The journey to Mercy should be quick, mistress. It is Sunday. Good, good, good. Nice place, is it? I do not believe so, mistress. I believe it is a farmyard. Doesn't sound promising, but we better go. I will prepare a route, mistress. Hopefully we can make a profit on this. Find a few artifacts. Maybe Yaniki will be grateful. A noble thought, mistress. Don't give me your snark. Hopefully all will become clearer soon. I want to make a profit. I'm going to make a profit. Mercy. Oh, it's got a map. A wibbly wobbly map. It's big. I like it. Okay. It's where Yaniki told Professor... Oh, why would he be visiting a rice farm? I could go there next. Yeah, let's just follow the main story. I feel like that's our best bet. Ioxine space. Sailing to Mercy in the Verdant Pass.
Mayari wanted us to sail to Maerzi. It was a short sail through fast waters.
Go right, mistress. Okay. Yeah, this is where I've heard the controls get a bit backwards. I see the force of the river is fastest in the middle. Mistress. On the surface it appears the same, but there are deeper currents below. Yeah, I've heard this is quite difficult to control, considering I am definitely trying. I went the wrong way. Yeah, I don't know how to control this. This might be an issue. Okay, there are arrows, which is good. I'm gonna stay on... No, wait. Oh, it's LTRT. I'm just stupid. It's fine. I was using the thumbstick, but then y'all know I can't read. Is this your ship, mistress? What do you think? She's very beautiful, mistress. But I cannot help wondering how you came by her. Probably stole her. I found her in a ruined hall in Elbereth, covered in dust. She must have been someone's prized possession once. She's mine now. Yeah, it's a bit tricky doing that, but that's Mercy. You can see the greenery from here. Interesting traversal system. Mercy, a farming moon. If Remba's here, I need to find him. And if he's not, I need to work out where he went.
We stepped off the ship and into the mud. Mud covered the ground and rock. And everywhere I looked, things were growing from the mud. And some of those things had legs.
Look at this place. Breathe the air. I cannot breathe, mistress. As you are no doubt aware. Well then, let's see where Remba's got to. We're really lucky he'll have found an old pot. Oh, cool. We can move the camera. There's no way I'm crossing that, mistress. Robots cannot swim. There is a point here. There's something scratched here. The emblem of Iox. This moon is in the Iox Protectorate. That is some janky ass movement. Right, I didn't actually realise I wasn't in the cutscene. Well, Iniki won't be hiding in there. That tithe barn was big. This moon produces a surplus, mistress. For what good it does them. I'm getting back confused about who's saying what. This should lead to the village.
The air smelled earthy and sweet.
Rice. Did they grow anything else here? Or just appear so? A warehouse. I thought I saw a face at the window. A woman. She ducked out of sight. Where does all the water here come from? There is a wellspring in the rock below us, mistress. The soil is permanently saturated by it. Good faith to you. My apologies, Ioxian. My pigs need me. Please, if I could just... Did I do something wrong? You came here. Perhaps that is all. Damn. The locals don't seem surprised to see me. Or to see you. I imagine robots collect supplies from here routinely. The locals, I note, also do not seem pleased to see you. Interesting. Yeah. I will wait out here, mistress. You? Do I know you? You are from Iox, aren't you? My name is Alia. Then you are not her. Not Miari. That's who you're waiting for? I heard your voice. You're Ioxian. But you said Alia. My name is Alia Miari. Do you have a message for me? He told me you might come. Pretends to be. Who did? My tall Ioxian. He left something for you. With the goddess to keep it safe. So Yoniki was here. Do you know where he went? I'm looking for him. He promised he would come back. I did so like to believe him. I hope you find him, Miss Miari. Interesting. Yoniki left something with the goddess, did he? Now why would he do a thing like that? Who knows? I'm just curious. You heard? But I did not understand. Except that it would seem someone from Iox has visited here recently. Perhaps we should return to the ship. That woman said Yoniki left something here. With the goddess. I want to find it. Would you recognize Remba if we saw him? Am I just going back to where we came? Did you meet him? I believe he activated me, mistress. I suspect that is why Professor Miari assigned me to you. Right. I'm reading this wrong. That's fine. Okay. Back? What's a back button on a controller? That's just that map. No, seriously, what button is back? Did it just mean B? It could have just said B. Okay. This moon seems most poor to me. Left of center of the control room. B did it. I don't know, I'm missing dialogue, I'm sorry. You've never seen fields before? This is how most people live. I did not intend to give offense, mistress. I have never been off Iox before. Forget it, Six. Just maybe keep your voice down a little. I don't know why Miari wanted me to take you with me. Right, I wanted it this way. Professor cares about your safety. Then she certainly doesn't care about yours. I can't. Oh, wait, I can go that way, I just can't walk over the rice. Even more rice. Just lying around. Could scoop enough into my bag to feed an Elberethian family for a week. No one even noticed it was gone. I had heard Elbereth was a mood of thieves, mistress. I assumed it was a slur rather than a strategy. Why can't everywhere be like this? Enough food, enough space, water to spare. Indeed, mistress. Up this way. There must be someone here I can talk to. So, thank you, Wood. Wish these buttons were labeled.
This was what passed for a street on Mayersey. Buildings on stilts, jumping out of the bushes like children. It was so quiet.
There's not many people tending all of these crops. Plants are not like pigs. They don't require constant husbandry. What do you know about pigs? I meet people. They are also livestock. Stop moving, woman. I'm not controlling her anymore, she's just walking.
3 paths met at the heart of the village. I could imagine them all, sitting around here in the evenings, sipping rucker and singing. It seemed nice.
I'm gonna talk to that person over there. Stranger! Oh, he's gonna talk to me. Greetings! Greetings to you. Welcome to Mayersey. You have come to trade? What do you have to trade? If you do not know that, then you have not come to trade. You're right. I'm looking for someone. Who? Not a Mayerson, surely. We are alike as ants to you. That's not true. So you are looking for a Mayerson. I know my friend Janiki was here. I met one of your villagers. She knew him. She? What was her name, this villager? Doesn't matter who she was. Where is Renba? And why are you hiding him? If we had seen your friend, if he had met with an accent among us, what would Iox do? I just want to know where he is. We have not seen him. Now leave. I don't understand why you're lying to me. The man sighed. Your friend was here. He left in a ship. Then something exploded in the sky. I do not know if that was your friend. But I do know we found this, close beside our goddess. Oh, he's going to give us the thing. Here. A shard of crystal. Does it mean anything to you, Six? Just most curious. The moon does not contain any crystals of this type. What have you been up to, Remember? He cannot hear you, mistress. Ah, but you were talking rhetorically. I can keep it? It is worth nothing to us. Keep it and go away. Good faith to you, lady. Damn. It seems as if Rimba left, and has left us. Shall we leave? Is the shard enough to find him? Perhaps. There must be something here to discover. Okay. We're gonna head back to our ship, and I think something new is on our map. Why do they build on stilts, do you think? Surely it doesn't flood up here. The mud, perhaps, mistress. Or perhaps animals sleep underneath? I suppose there's nothing old here. No ruins, no ancient kings. Crumbled towers. Of course not, mistress. This is a farmyard. That doesn't necessarily follow. Right, if we look at the... No, that's just the main map. Wait, hold on. Infer the existence of a new location. That's the top of some area that Remember's ship probably blew up, but I don't know how she'll take it. We'll go there next. Elbereth is my home. It's where I'm more up when I want to sleep well. But not today. Punaki is a market moon far from outside reach of Iox. I've never been there. Interesting. Yes. They don't like Iox around here. This is the last place Iniki Remba came before he disappeared. That's as far as I can go in. Something did appear to pop up on a map. An inference. Okay. Is that the way I just came? I'm getting a bit lost. It's like a local map. I think that would be good. Right. I know where I'm going. The moment I have to navigate anywhere, I do get, like, very confused. Wrong things, right. Back to the ship. Wait a minute. There's something else up there. Don't know what we can here for now. There was something else up there. Okay, fine. Is the inference a dark circle on the map because it's not definite where in that area? Yeah, I think that might have been it. I wonder, can we go there? Should we go back to Iox and tell Miari that Yanniki's probably dead? Remember left a crystal for Miari to find. But what was he trying to tell her? We could otherwise sail to Iox and tell Miari what we've learned so far about Rembo. Say otherwise, but... Can we go to that place? Is there a place we can actually go? I'm quite certain in my analysis, Mistress. So where's the crystal from? I believe the shard comes from an asteroid somewhere in the edge of the cyclones. That's it. I've never been that way. No one has. Those are wild rivers. I wonder, what exactly did Remba discover? The dangers of sailing through a hurricane? I don't want whatever happened to Remba happening to us. I'll do my best to keep you safe, Mistress. But then again, I imagine Remba's robots said the same thing. Oof. Okay. We could go to Crystal Moon, but I do think... How do you think we're playing this? Do you think Alia is the kind of person to go back and actually keep Miari updated, or do you think she's just gonna go full steam ahead and just give Miari all the information she can in one go? What do you guys think? 'Cause I'm not certain. So I think we'll go and get more answers. More answers. The Triangle Crystal will be found. Did someone really travel this way? I'd have to explore this area for more evidence and uncover the site's exact position, or I could wait until I know more. No, let's just go. Let's go. Not sure there's any other place that we really need to be in, or can go. Sailing to the Crystal Moon. Let's do it. Let's get some answers. Are there other ships on the rivers, Mistress? Oh, I could go either way. This way. I have not seen any. Either of the rivers lead to our destination. Let's avoid the green stuff, maybe. There are other ships out here. But you rarely see them. The silk pass, eh? Everyone goes at the same speed. So no one ever passes you by. Ooh, I think we're gonna avoid that. Ooh. Sheesh, alright. People who like people stay on the ground. You do not like people, Mistress. But you also do not like robots. What does sweep sail mean? Oh, I don't know what that means. I don't like it. Tell me. Is there anything you do like? Archaeology? I like silence. Shit. Hope it doesn't reset me too far. No, good. Okay.
No one knows how far the rivers go. No one's ever mapped them. Not even the robots. Or if they did, they aren't telling.
Either river ahead continues to our destination, and I'll just let it free. Mistress, is something the matter? I'm detecting certain elevated emotional markers. I missed a... what? I didn't see any arrows. Check what you like. So I assume it's this way then? Nope. I'm not seeing any arrows, I don't get it. to control the sticks. I might just do that, but for now, fuck off. My findings indicate the crystal moon is somewhere here. I missed that. So the dialogue on this moves so fast. Yeah, let's space out. Oh, do I have to hold it down? I do. There's a rock up ahead. What have we found? Okay, we're here. It also moves around a lot on screen. Yeah, it does. Why would anyone come to a lonely spot like this? Yeah, one of the only criticisms I have heard of this game is it is a bit jank. The moon below us is rich in purple iolite crystals, but there is no surface flow. We cannot land the ship. So this is as close as we can get? As close as you can get, mistress. I should be able to hop her down. But there is no air. Hopper? The Nightingale is fitted with a hopper, of course. For instantaneous travel. How does it work? There is a source. The source fires at a subject and casts it into the hopper's eye. The eye refracts the signal, is focused and reconstituted. But how does it work? I have no idea whatsoever. You sure the iolite crystal came from here? Statistically certain, mistress. The moon is rich in deposits of iolite. Please wait here. Just don't take too long. Bye. He's off. Yeah, I have heard the game is quite janky.
A moment later, the robot was gone, and I was alone in the dark.
That's a different game. Yeah, it's a bit janky in controls. I wonder if the hopper worked. And animation is a little bit. I can't see anything moving down there. This is the quickest you've lost a robot yet, Alia. If I flew away now, I could be rid of that thing. Mistress. I found something, mistress. A tool chest? An engineer's chest. And this is Yaniki's. The probability is high. I believe the moon below us was once a quarry. But this box is no artifact. You better not have damaged it. It appears intact to me, mistress. I hope there isn't a snake in here. What the probability of that? This isn't Indiana Jones movie. A roll of cloth? Why would Remember hide something like this? There's probably something in the cloth. He must have had a reason, mistress. His choice of hiding place was extreme. Sure. Thick fabric. Yaniki, what is this? Some kind of robe? But it's hundreds of years old. And there's something stitched along the belt. Tiny characters picked out in a darker thread. Cool. Okay. This is a long one. Let me think. These glyphs are a little like my word for emperor. We. Pilgrims? Something what connects. Sailed me? does Weeping Pilgrim sailed make sense? But the question is, why did Rember hide this? There's more in here. This is a cracked model carved from crystal. There's an inscription on the base. This is the end of a line of text. Okay. We're gonna match some of this stuff up. Okay. That one goes there. Holy... Let's see now. This sequence reminds me of somewhat of my translation for Emperor. The start of it does. Maybe light? Maybe light. Oops. Just pressing all the wrong buttons. As usual. No, wrong button. Continue. I can still change my mind, but... Holy light? It has if this comes from the same site as the robe. Having this should be useful in tracking down where these things originated. But that's not all. There's also a large book bound in wood. How did Rember get his hands on all this? The binding is in fantastic condition. This book must have been part of some ancient courtier's personal library, along with spine and some painted glyphs, mistress. Yay! I actually really like the translation aspect of this. It's pretty cool. Okay. That is somewhat like Emperor, so I'm thinking maybe Palace. The second word doesn't look like anything I've seen before. Maybe and? Okay. And there's some words I found before that might help. So that is very similar to Emperor, but none of the options. Maybe knowledge. There's also some. Yeah, I'm gonna go with knowledge. Palace. I'm gonna review this one. Maybe even this one. I think maybe of is more likely. Palace of Pilgrim's Knowledge. Yeah. Palace of Pilgrim's Knowledge. I'm certain this is from a totally different place than that cracked model or the rope we found before. In fact, I don't think we've seen anything with this kind of paper before. So this originates from somewhere I haven't previously discovered. So are these leads, or are these things that what Rember was after? Wait, mistress. I'll consider the matter. So Rember was hoarding artifacts, somewhere no one would find them. Because they were valuable? They are clearly not. Can you work out where the robe originated? I fear so. It is not a good location, mistress. But Professor Miyari was keen that we found Master Rember. And I am sure Master Rember is equally keen to be found. Unless he's already dead, Six. If he's been sailing out to places like this, obviously it's worse than that, mistress. I found chemical traces on the box casing. I believe Rember did not rely on sails to reach his destination, but rather an explosive propellant. Hey Emily, how you doing? So he's probably blown himself up. Mistress, show me where he went, Six. I'm not exactly certain, mistress, but I believe Rember travelled far from home and into the eye of the cyclones. Ooh, we saw that. I'm doing okay, Emily. Sorry I couldn't get that. The dialogue goes by so fast. But yeah, I hope you're doing well. I hope you had a good stream earlier. You had a good stream. I didn't look at my timeline, but it's okay. A lot of stuff's happening. We're just sort of going with the flow on this one. It's good, though. It's a bit janky, but I like it. Yeah. Let's go. Can we go? Can we go there? I'm missing all that dialogue. It's fine. Plot course. Sail. Bye-bye dialogue. You're okay. Glad to hear it.